Coloring book. Emma was known as tracing. The three children were not known for their more important traits. The children had the ability to solve things. They were particularly drawn to patterns and colors. The town was hosting a paint party soon. The town was gearing up to host a year-long art appreciation campaign. It was apparent that the town of Coloring Book and surrounding towns were losing their love for coloring. The mayor of the city next door to the coloring book reached out to the mayor Erase and asked was he experiencing a lack of coloring as well. The two agreed that maybe it would be a good idea to help the town to find its love for coloring. The two mayors did not know that the popular meanie villain marker once again was added. He was given the name from childhood. He was often in trouble because of his love for using thick markers and writing on things that he should not. Marker was up to his same stunts. This time he was doing something altogether different. He and his minions were stealing the best art and replacing it with not so great artwork. Marker and his minions were stealing the artwork, but most importantly, they were searching for the expensive crayons that held a very, very rare, expensive ingredient inside of them that helped Marker create one of his contraptions. Marker and his minions were nearing the town of Crayon. There was a little boy named Dugan in the town of Coloring Book. He was one of the individuals with the expensive crayons. Dugan's grandmother passed the crayons down to him. Neither Dugan nor his parents knew of the expensive crayons. For that matter, none of the towns knew of the expensive elements within the expensive crayons. The crayons were pretty worn and scuffed, yet they maintained their shape. That was another unique identity about the crayons. They never wore down. They remained their shape regardless to how much coloring they did in any coloring book. This is part of the attraction to the crayons, the ability to remain in its original shape. The color amulet is the thing that Marker used to detect that the expensive elements were in the crayons. Dugan was one of the very few that possessed the rare expensive crayons. Dugan's parents were never the wiser about the expensive crayons being in Dugan's care. Dugan's parents were just about to enter Dugan's artwork in the art fair. Dugan's parents were just about to enter Dugan's artwork in the art fair when Marker and his minions arrived at the art fair with the Amulet of Color. The Amulet of Color allowed them to locate the expensive crayons and the expensive artwork. They quickly zeroed in on little Dugan that he was the only one within the town of Coloring Book that possessed the expensive crayons. The Marker had the idea to get the crayons from Dugan. The Marker had the idea to get the crayons from Dugan that they would offer him free chocolate-covered French fries. Dugan loved French fries, especially chocolate-covered French fries. The sign placed near the back of the art fair had a huge sign advertising the free chocolate French fries. Dugan was sure to be lured by the words chocolate and French fries. Marker was a dead giveaway to the children of Coloring Book. The children sleuths devised a trap for Marker. Matching and tracing were sensitive to Marker's old games. They first reached Dugan and then his parents. The children merely switched the expensive crayons with the not so expensive crayons. Another crayon caper was foiled, thanks to the diligence and help of staying in the lines, tracing, and matching.